What is that?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, no. No.
This is it. This is the Q&A for what it's like living in Japan. I know some of y'all have been wanting to like know what it's like to live in Japan, waiting on us to make that video. So here's our first video. Do you have anything to say, Monks?
I'm Allie. This is Frankie. And here we go.
Yes, here we go.
First question.
Okay, the first question is, how's the food in Japan? How's the sushi like?
So the food is interesting. It's good. Okay, so the sushi is not the same kind of sushi that you would have in the States, like, at all. You pretty much get nigiri here, which is the fish and then the rice. At some places, you can get actual rolls, but the rolls are like a shrimp tempura roll that comes just with like the shrimp tempura and then cucumber, and then like that's it.
What roll is this, Monks?
What roll is what? This?
Yeah.
Shrimp tempura roll.
What roll is that one?
And this one is like, this is what they call sushi. So this is their sushi, right? It is just rice, a piece of salmon, avocado, onions, and like mayo or some sauce. And that's their sushi.
So then what's the difference between that
This
and
is like, this is a sushi roll.
This place right here is called Hamazushi. And this is a place where you can order like any type of sushi that you could probably think of. You order it off this tablet.
Off an iPad. So right now I'm ordering the salmon and avocado. It's like nigiri, pretty much. So I'm gonna order it. It goes, thank you for your order. It goes on this side right here. You have a bunch of stuff ordered, and then it's gonna come out on this little, what is it? Conveyor belt, yeah.
So then, what's better, Japanese or California sushi?
California sushi.
Why?
It's just, it's tastier. It's Americanized, so you get a lot more stuff in it versus just having the fish and the rice.
Okay, so then the next question is, do they have, what?
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Do they have a McDonald's in Japan? Do they?
They do have a McDonald's in Japan. They do.
Yeah, they do. I was kind of surprised to know that they had a McDonald's.
We'll insert the little clip.
Honestly.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
McDonald's here, in my opinion, is better. It's better than McDonald's in the States. If you like the McRib, I think you're trash. I don't like
Unpopular opinion.
I don't like the McRib, bro. That's horrible. Like the McDonald's menu items here are like 1,000 times better. Like 1,000 times better. Do they have a Big Mac? They do have a Big Mac, and the way that the Japanese people say Big Mac is Big Macaru.
That is a lie.
That's a lie, dude. I don't know.
That is a lie.
I don't know how they say Big Mac.
I don't know. If you were to pull in through the drive-thru and you said Big Mac, they probably would understand you, maybe. But
I think they would.
We just order off of the app to make it easy.
Yeah.
We'll show you that too. They don't. If it's 50-50 if they get your order right when you go through the drive-thru. So I just do it on the app. It's so much easier.
Yeah, but I know how they say ketchup for. I'm not joking on this one.
Yeah.
They say ketchup.
Ketchup.
And it's funny because I was like, the guy came through, he dropped off the food, and I was like, konnichiwa, ketchup, please, too. And then he was like, ketchup, and I was like, ketchup, and I showed him like a picture of ketchup, and he was like, ketchup, and it's like he understood what that was, like adding the boo at the end of ketchup, and I just thought that was like, that was kind of funny.
It's kind of interesting.
All right,
moving on.
So moving on. What do we miss about home aside from family, friends, and your cat?
I miss Indy. I miss Dutch Bros, I miss Walmart, and I miss Target, and the convenience of all of that, because we don't have anything like that here. I rely on Amazon.
Yeah, we pretty
Solely.
much we pretty much rely on Amazon for like those bigger things that we don't know how to get here because they're either not on base or they're not about in the city.
Shout out to my mom, but she found out that Macy's will ship depending on whatever, but they ship here. It takes a little bit, but they ship here. And so does Walmart, kind of, sometimes, depending on the object.
Yes, ma'am. What I miss about home is the In-N-Out burger. I miss In-N-Out burger so much. I don't think that's a secret to like most of you. And then being able to like just have a little conversation with the people that are like ringing your groceries or your clothes or your order or whatever.
Like the waitresses and stuff.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. You take that for granted because when you can't communicate with people like outside doing your normal things, it's like you take it for granted. But I miss that.
So, one of our question was, Honda Accords, Nissan Sentras, do they all look the same as in the States?
Negative. Not all of them.
No.
Not all of them,
I mean, you'll see some cars here that look like we have them in the States, but there is a lot of funky cars here. A lot. The driver's license process and how is driving. Is it scary? What it's like to adapt to driving on the left side of the road.
All right, let me see this. Driver's license process. The driver's license process was very quick for my wife. She just had to show up and apply, and then she got it like same day.
Yeah, I just had to take like a little test. They like you to practice a little bit first before you like go out in town or drive on like crazy roads. I didn't wait. We just got on out there.
We just went.
It was kind of scary at first because there's a lot of things that you don't do in like the States. Like obviously you're driving on the left side, but there's no like right turn on red, or in this case it would be left turn on red or something. There's nothing like that. There's a lot of pedestrians. We'll insert a clip of what it's like to drive. Okay, seeing that truck is very rare here. There's never any trucks.
Oh, yeah.
There's never any trucks, and like the trucks that you do see, if we see, like right there, this one's coming up right here. That's the truck that just passed by. Those are the trucks that they have here. It's like a little cab with a long bed. That's like it. That's literally it. Okay, so we're headed to McDonald's, and we always have to take this little route right here down this tiny little street.
You turn right. Also, here are the narrow roads. Like, there's another thing about driving in Japan. Look, there's no like I'm blocked. I'm blocked by this shit, so I don't know what's coming from my right. So you have to use that mirror. And in Japan, there's a lot of mirrors that try to help you with that.
With seeing.
Yeah, so you inch forward. If it's clear, and then you turn. And then some of these roads do get like way narrower. So you have mainly a bunch of economy cars like that. And for instance, like for Honda cars and for Nissan cars, the dealers have models that I've never seen in the States. They have different models that I've never seen in the States. Yep. And they vary from size and what they do. So from what I've seen with those car dealerships, like official car dealerships, not like used car lots, but like official car dealerships like Honda. Some lots will have a showroom like indoors with like 5 cars. Mm-hmm. And then some other dealerships will have an outdoor lot with like 5 cars. It's not a lot. And so from what I've heard is that when you want to buy a car, you'll go up to the dealership, you'll open up a catalog of the models that you can buy. And then when you circle the model, you'll circle what package you want with it. And then you'll come back to pick it up in like a couple weeks when it's delivered. That's how you buy a car.
Oh, well, there you go. Mm-hmm. The top speed on the highway is anywhere from 80 kilometers to 100 kilometers.
Not even.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
on this on you?
No. So, I mean, what Bittner was telling me, so my buddy Bittner, he was telling me, he was like, dude, there really is no speed limit on the Japanese highway. You can go as fast as you want so long as you're not being overly reckless. That's what he said. He said the police will only stop you if you're being like extremely reckless. Me and Monks,
they have top speeds. Let me tell you. Well, they have speed limits. Okay,
Right.
they have them posted.
Right, but police are barely on the freeways. They're barely on the highways. Barely. Like, I think since we've been on driving on the freeways, I think I've only seen police once or twice.
Yeah.
The fast lane is the furthest right lane is the fast lane. The furthest left lane is the slow lane. That's something new.
Yeah.
The top speed is as fast as you want to go, so long as you're not being reckless. Yeah, I can see why they made Need for Speed, Tokyo Drift, or whatever. Like, I can see why they made that because there really is no speed limit.
Our next question is: do Japanese have pets?
Like
Japanese
a lot of
people
pets.
have pets.
A lot of pets. My bad. I didn't put it in
Oh,
there.
a lot of pets?
But do they have a lot of pets like how people in the States do?
Most common, I think, is cats. So a lot of people do have pets. It's mostly cats because you can get a cat like off the street. They're like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it's expensive to get a dog. How much would you say it is to get a dog?
I don't know. I've heard like for a small dog, I've heard prices of like $1,000 or something or more just for any type of dog.
Yeah, so it's pretty expensive, and like to get a dog you usually have to go to like a mall that's like selling them or like a little shop that's selling them. People have bunnies. We have a bunny. And then they have fish, and then they have those beetle things, those black beetle things. They're like really big. I don't know what they're called, but they're big beetles.
Get away.
You can own a lot of things here that are kind of different than in the States.
Right. But yeah, so Japanese people, it's more common, I think you said it, it's more common for Japanese households to have cats than it is for them to have dogs. And if they do have dogs, they're going to be small. Both animals are expensive to buy. They're even more expensive to buy if they're babies. If you buy them as babies, they're more expensive, either cat or dog, to purchase. But that's what pets are like. I don't know if Japanese people are known to have a lot of pets like how Americans do, but they're definitely for sale.
Is that it for pets?
That is it for pets. And then what about the weather? Is the weather better than the desert? I think the weather is better depending on what weather you're looking for. Yeah. If you're tired of always being hot, then Japan will definitely be better than the desert weather. Because Japan has actual seasons. It has seasons. Every season, that weather will change. And so will the environment. It will change as well. So weather in the desert, in my opinion, is better. I'm tired of being cold. Like, I don't like being cold. This season, when I'm at work, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to be very cold.
I'm enjoying it. I've only been here for a couple months, like almost a year, but a couple months. And
at least, yeah.
I'm enjoying it just because in the desert, it's so hot, like 90% of the time.
Right.
And then it's like cool in the morning sometimes, but then it gets like real hot again. So I'm like, no, I'm really enjoying the seasons. I'm enjoying like seeing all the flowers bloom and the leaves fall off, and it's pretty nice. Other than the humidity, but because I'm more of like a dry heat kind of person, not a humidity kind of person. But other than that, I think it's better. He misses the desert, but I think it's better.
Okay. What is the coolest / most advanced thing we have experienced? I don't know about advanced thing, but I know I got a couple coolest things. And it's pretty stupid, but one of the coolest things I've seen is when I first used a public restroom, they had something called a bidet. Oh, yes. And I sat down, and they have seat warmers too. So like if it's cold outside, like for instance, it's cold outside right now, and if you go use the restroom, a public restroom, first off, the public restrooms, the ones that I've been to, are very clean. They're very, especially the if you're on the freeway, on the highway, and you need to make a pit stop, like those rest stops with 7-Elevens and restrooms, and like those restrooms, believe it or not, those are very clean. And
they are actually, I can contest.
Yes, they are very clean. And so like the first time we used one of those, it was cold. I sat down and the seats were preheated. Every seat is preheated. You just push the button to turn the setting on and off. And then when you take a dump, and then if you want to, when you have to wipe, right, you hit the little bidet button, and then it just goes, and you get cleaned while you're on your phone.
Some of them play.
That's pretty cool.
Some of them play music too.
And they play music for privacy. Super cool. I don't know why the States isn't like this, but when you want to flush, there's a button on the floor that you just stomp on, and then it'll flush the toilet for you. Some of them have it like that.
Some of them are automatic, and some of them you have to press a button on a remote. I don't know if we've seen that many cool things. We don't live in a big city, so we're not seeing constantly, like when you see like the videos of Tokyo and like the big buildings with like the projection screens on building, like we don't.
Yeah. Bathrooms, they are meant to get wet with water.
Yeah, like the whole bathroom.
The whole bathroom is okay if it gets just sloshed in water because of the way that the floor plan is or whatever the material it's made out of and how it gets drained. It's all meant for you to not need a curtain.
It's like a whole wet room.
Yeah, so that's something different too. I don't know if that's cool or not, but if that's the case and you don't need a curtain, you're gonna have to take out certain things from your bathroom before you take a shower, like toilet paper. You would probably have to take it out and move it before you take a shower. Otherwise, your toilet paper is gonna get wet.
They don't really use toilet paper because they always use the bidet.
But it depends. I don't think personal homes have bidets unless you install one. Did the Airbnb have a bidet?
Yeah.
It did?
Yeah, and so does like the houses off base.
And this is Jared's question.
Okay, so how do the Japanese people treat foreigners?
A lot of them are very nice. They're very professional. And they're very nice and professional. So, but I've heard that they be talking some schmack when we leave or behind our backs or whatever, which I don't care. I feel like everyone does that to each other.
Regardless,
so,
right?
That's whatever. But they treat us pretty professionally.
They treat us nicely. I think what throws me off sometimes is the little Japanese kids, like the toddlers and stuff. They just are like, they just stare like really hard, and I don't know, you just wave and say hi to them, and like either they'll respond to you or they won't. Like it's interesting learning the etiquette of people and how like just to adapt, with the Japanese people and stuff. So that's all. Yeah.
Well, that's it. Those are the questions.
Thanks for joining us on our question and answer video today. Thanks for giving your inputs. And we'll see you next time.
Yes.
Leave a comment, subscribe.